Good morning, my cherished students of Basic 4. I hope by God's grace everybody is doing good. It gladdens my heart to bring to your doorstep the second episode of e-learning. Two weeks ago, we started to have a look at irregular verbs. Before then, let's revise our note of what we've learned on regular verbs. We said regular verbs are verbs which make their past and perfect tenses by adding d or ed, as we have in walked and the present tense, walked past tense, and walked at the past participle tense. We also have look and the present tense. We have looked past tense and looked past participle tense. Quickly, let us move on to what is meant by irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are verbs which make their past and perfect tenses by vowel changes. Example, we have for the present tense fall, F-A-L-L. For the past tense, we have fell, F-E-L-L. And we have for the participle form fallen, F-A-L-L-E-N. So, from this example, the vowel A, which is A, is changed in the past tense to be E, which is E. Fell. So that's a vowel change we had over there. The next one, which is sit, S-I-T, under the present tense. We also have sat, S-A-T, under the past tense. And we also have another sat, S-A-T, under the past participle tense. So the vowels over here, you have sit for the present tense, I, which is E, has changed for the past tense, sat, A. Let's move on to the third example. We have drink. In the present tense, the vowel over there is I, which is E sound. Then we also have drunk. The vowel over there is A, which has an A. We also have drunk, and the past participle. The vowel over there is U, which is A sound. And also, some of the irregular verbs, they don't change their forms at all. They maintain their spellings and their pronunciation as well, with some few exceptions. We have put under the present tense, put under the past tense, and we have put under the past participle form. Again, we also have shut under the present tense, past tense. We also have shut again, and we also have shut under the past participle form of the verb. Quickly, let's look at some example. Now, under the irregular verbs, some examples, we have eat, ate, and eaten. You see the vowels changes over there. Again, we also have drive, drove, and driven. That is under the past participle form of the verb. I hope you have all understood it. Now, work has been given to test your knowledge on what we have learned so far. I hope you've all enjoyed the lesson. Complete the table. We have present tense, past tense, and the past participle. Number 1, we have arise. The past will be arose, and the participle form will be arisen. 2, we have blow. The past tense will be blew, and the past participle form will be blown. 3, we have on the present tense we have mistake. Past tense we have mistook. Then the past participle form we have mistaken. Another present tense, question number 4, we have understand. And we also have for the past tense understood. And the past participle form is same, understood. We have for the present tense number 5, dig. We also have under the past tense dug. And the participle form we also have dug. The next one, which is question number 6, we have feed. And the past tense is fed. And the participle form is also fed. Question number 7, bite. And the past tense is bitten. And the participle form is also bitten. Then we have now question number 8. We have lie, L-I-E, and we also have lay. Under the past tense, we also have lain, under the past participle form of the verb. Then question number 9. We also have overcome, under the present tense, and overcame, under the past tense, and overcome, under the past participle form. Question number 10, which is last, overeat, under the present tense, overeaten, under the past tense, and overeaten. Overate, under the past tense, and overeaten, under the past participle form of the verb. So here, this brings us to the end of the grammar aspect of the English language. Now, let us quickly take some short break and then move on to the comprehension of the English language. Our strand is comprehension. And I'll urge you to pay very much attention as I read, so that you'll be able to answer series of questions that follow. You take your English reader, foundation builder for basic 4. Foundation reader for basic 4. Open at page 116, Unit 16. We are going to read under the topic No Breakfast. Now, pay attention as I read. Nimakun and Abebrese returned from the standpipe and saw to their surprise that Mansa had done all the morning's chores. "Thank you very much, Dunfu Kunfu," said Nimakun and Abebrese. "You are welcome," Mansa replied. The boys had never called their cousin by her real name. They always called her by a nickname. "What was keeping you at the standpipe?" Mrs. Asensu asked her children. "Mom, there was a crowd at the standpipe," replied Nimakun. "A crowd?" exclaimed Mrs. Asensu. "Yes, Mom. We found it tough to fill our buckets," said Abebrese. Mrs. Asensu did not argue any further. She knew her son hated going to the standpipe, but whenever the house tap were not running, Nimaku and Abebrese had no choice but to go to the standpipe for water. Mrs. Asensu asked her children to go straight to the bathroom for their bath. As usual, she had reserved some warm water for them. The boys thanked their mother and entered the bathroom at once. They loved to wash with warm water whenever the weather was cold. "We have to board the school bus. Otherwise, we will be late for school today," Nimaku suggested as they put on their school uniforms. Nimaku sometimes took the school bus, but Abebrese had never boarded the bus. The first time he tried, he got down. "I hate to board a school bus. There is too much noise on the bus." While the girls chat and laugh, the boys tease and pinch, push and pull one another. "You can hardly read on the bus," Abebrese complained. "I know," said Nimakun, "but it's already 7 o'clock and we are here to eat our breakfasts. Mrs. Tadumaku won't spare us if we get to school late," he explained. "Let's walk fast, or better still, run," insisted Abebrese. "No, let's board the bus." "I can't miss my breakfast," cried Nimakun. "Then go ahead. No breakfast for me. I'm off," Abebrese said and dashed outside. Nimaku thought about the porridge and the donuts on the dining hall. "I can't run on an empty stomach," he said and walked into the dining room. Now, take your time and go through the passage read. Read silently and bring out the key words or the unfamiliar words that you have no meaning to. Now, let's go to the questions and answer. Question number 1. Why did Abebrese hate to board the school bus? The answer is He hates to board the school bus because there is always noise on the bus. Better still, Abebrese hates to board the bus because there is always noise on the bus. Better still, there is always noise on the bus. So we have 3 ways of answering question number 1. Question number 2. Why did Nimako decide they should board the school bus? And the answer is, he decided to board the school bus because they were far behind. Better still, they were far behind time. Question number 3. What did Mrs. Asenso reserve for her children? A. Ice water. B. Cold water. C. Heated water. And D. Pipe water. And our answer is C. Heated water. Question number 4. Mrs. Asenso exclaimed because A. She was shocked. B. Nimako lied to her. C. She was afraid. D. She believed Nimako. Our answer is A. She was shocked. Question number 5. Mansa was Mrs. Asenso's A. cousin, B. niece, C. nephew, then D. daughter. And our answer here is niece, which is B. Niece, which is B. I hope you have really enjoyed the passage and the answers. Take your time and read through and identify the unfamiliar words and bring it to school for further discussion. Now, let us move on to dictation and spelling. As usual, look and say or sight word. Look and say or sight word. Now, you are to look at the words given out to you. They are 10. Starting from number 1. Take your time and look at the word. Pronounce it. Check the spellings. Now cover it and spell it. After you are done with that, take off your hand or your cover and check whether what you have written is correct or wrong. So do same to the rest of the words. Now, let's move on to the composition, which is creative writing. Creative writing. That's writing your own piece, bringing out your own ideas. So we are going to look at your creativity, how creative you are on a given topic. And the topic given to you is effect of poor sanitation. Effect of poor sanitation. Over here, you are to explain What is meant by poor sanitation? What is meant by poor sanitation? Don't forget to research on it. Poor sanitation. The first thing that you are supposed to do is the heading. Effect of poor sanitation. Heading. This should be written in capital letters and neatly underlined as shown. From there you move on to you move on to the introduction. There's where you are supposed to explain what is meant by poor sanitation. You move on to C, that's the body of the topic. The topic is just a summary of what you are about to say. So we are now coming to give us the detail of poor sanitation. So now we are supposed to talk about causes of poor sanitation. And some example of causes of poor sanitation, we have poor drainage system. We also have improper disposal of waste materials. And this waste material could either be solid or liquid. Etc., etc. Such more causes. Now, B, effects of poor sanitation. 1. Our health is at risk if we don't live in a hygienic environment. You realize that one will fall sick. One will contract a disease and will fall sick. Just as what is happening now. 2. Decrease in active working population. That's when one becomes sick, the person will not be active and responsive to work. And the next one too, government expenditure increased. The government has to put in more money to stop or to curb down the alarming situation. C. Let's look at the next one. That's solutions. There should be mass education on causes, effects, and solution of poor sanitation. And we also have to stick to proper ways of disposing of waste materials. Ladies and gentlemen, my cherished pupils of Basic 4, this brings us to the end of the English language for the 13th week, and I hope that you have really enjoyed the lesson. Take your learning very serious. Not in a classroom doesn't mean you shouldn't learn. And also, remember to stick to the precautionary measures to stay healthy and keep safe till we meet again. Bye bye.